This is the greatest point we can learn from his word in the book of Job. Though we all suffer, it is the righteous who will persevere, and to believe in God is the greatest gift any of us can have. May my enemy be like the wicked, may my opponent be like the unrighteous. Amen.
Amen.
Do you like that?
It was unexpected. Reminds me of school.
It was.
Okay.
It was that's how the film starts.
But was it expected still? Fucking hell. I felt like I was like,
Well,
I felt like I was in Glyn. Just like doing the prayers in the morning.
Okay. Welcome to Screen Fiends. I'm Jake.
I'm Harry.
I'm Dan.
Excellent. We're all here. We're all present, and we're all feeling good. Are we? We're feeling good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling alright.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah,
First thing I wanted to talk about is Dan. Well, we're recording early today, aren't we? It's Friday the 13th as of recording, and Dan, it's because you're going to the Netherlands
I am. I'm going to the Netherlands tomorrow.
tomorrow. Are you excited?
I am. I'm looking forward to it a lot. I've never been to the Netherlands, but I'm going with my good friend David, who is half Dutch.
Oh, really?
And yeah, he's gonna show me around. It's because he's planning on he's applied for doing a master's just in the Netherlands.
Cool.
So we're gonna go and visit the university, see if he likes it there,
Fair play.
and then that'll inform his decision of whether or not he wants to study.
Cool.
Maybe you're just tagging along.
Yeah, he asked me if he said, yeah, I'm going to the Netherlands. So do you want to come with me? And I was just like, yeah, sure, go on.
As you do.
Fair enough.
So the first night we get there, we're staying in Amsterdam for one night in a hostel, and then after Amsterdam, we're gonna move to a hostel.
Cool. So you gotta go hard
for 3 nights.
You gotta go hard on that night. You know.
I don't know if I will. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay. Well, go to the red light district. You know.
Well, I'm not going to be smoking anything.
I didn't say anything about smoking,
I
Dan.
don't smoke.
Yeah, there's loads of other drinks in Amsterdam.
Oh.
Loads.
Okay. So, well, I hope you have a great time, Dan.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Great. I want to. Did you guys watch the Evil Dead Rise trailer?
No, I just saw the film.
What?
I said
You
no.
saw the?
Oh wait. Oh, sorry.
It's the new one I sent to you.
You sent it? Wait, what?
I sent in the Snapchat chat. If you go watch.
Wait.
A little while ago, someone opened it.
Oh fuck.
Anyway, you should watch it because I think it looks really good.
Yeah, trailers always do that though.
No, but I mean, like,
well, sometimes.
if you just go, yeah, not
Oh,
always,
it's
you know.
the most recent thing.
It's pretty like violent looking, which I'm excited for. It looks pretty gruesome. Some nasty imagery there.
Good.
Did you watch it, Dan? I'm guessing you didn't.
Sorry. Which film?
Evil Dead Rise. It's the new
Oh no,
Evil
I
Dead
haven't.
movie.
No, I haven't seen that.
No, well, it's because it's not out yet, but the trailer is, so you can go look at the trailer. Yeah, but I mean, if you haven't seen it, there's no use talking about it. So let's move on.
I got confused with someone else.
I wanted to ask as well. Have you guys seen Titanic before?
No.
I
haven't seen
seen that,
Titanic?
I think I might. Oh, in clips.
I watched it last night.
How long is it? 3 hours?
3 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's wow. Okay.
It's really long, man, but it's really good as well.
Was it worth the 3 hours 20 minutes?
Okay, so my major criticism of it is that you could easily take out like 40 minutes, where it's like the first sort of 20 minutes, 25 minutes, I think, roughly. I didn't time it. That's just my guess based on what I saw. It's set in like modern day, and it's like following old Rose, who is like talking about. I don't know. It's like all this build up and about how she's gonna tell these people the story of how she survived the Titanic, blah blah blah. And I just felt like it was unnecessary. Like they could have just started it at the Titanic.
Yeah.
And then they end it like that as well. So there's like a good 10 minutes after, where I'm just like, I just don't care, you know.
So she's telling it like a story. That's how
Yeah, basically, yeah. But it doesn't. That's the only time it frames it like that, where as soon as Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet are on screen, that there's no narration or anything. It's literally just them performing it. So there's like a film there, and then this just bullshit around it, which I don't care about. And Yeah, I bet some people like it, but I just thought, you could have easily made this like a 2.5 hour movie, and
It's still fucking long.
yeah, I know exactly. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But I
Well,
recommend
there's,
it either way.
On a piece of fucking on a door or something, and she's like, "Oh, there's no space," and he's like, "Okay," and then just dies.
Yeah, he floats away down into the abyss, and it's quite sad. For me, this
floats away down.
For me, the saddest part is honestly. Okay, I'm sorry. For me, the saddest part anyway is literally like everything else going on. I'm not that bothered about Jack. It's more like when you're watching like all these hundreds of people like falling off and smashing off the boat, and like when they're all like at the end when they're all like in the water and like they're all thrashing about and like screaming and stuff, and it's all very harrowing. It's quite upsetting. So when Jack floats away, I'm like, I don't know. The consequences are far greater than just this dude. That it's sad. I'm not trying to say it's not, but I don't know. That the rest of it was more sad to me, I guess.
Yes, I mean, you're an empath, clearly.
Oh yeah. I'm such an empath that I don't care about the characters.
Speaking of James Cameron films, have you seen the new Avatar?
I haven't.
Nope.
Oh,
Have you?
I have.
Go on, tell us about it then, because I've already listened to many podcasts and seen videos about it and stuff. I know what happened.
Do either of you? Oh, okay. So neither of you care about spoilers then?
Particularly.
Care about spoilers, Harry?
I kind of do, because I saw it with my granddad when I was a child in 3D. I kind of want to see
one?
it again. Yeah.
Okay.
First one.
Well, give us your thoughts then. Just
Well, okay. I won't spoil it too much. I'll just say an overall. I thought it was a bit too long.
yeah, no shit. It's 3 hours and 12 minutes.
Oh, it's like 3.5. Yeah, exactly. Almost 3.5 hours.
I did hear that.
Just, I think it easily could have been 2 hours, because there's just a lot of scenes that like could have been shortened down.
It's early on in the film, right, where it's kind of drags.
Yeah, it's early on as well. The film doesn't really start until like halfway through.
What? That's insane.
Like, as in, like the plot's very slow until about halfway through, and then that's like the point where like, oh,
Well,
you could have just started the film here.
Really?
I think the problem for me would be simply that I've heard that the plot isn't very interesting anyway.
No, it's not.
Humans destroy forest, angry blue men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that is essentially it's a very similar plot to the first one, but the thing is, the first one I thought was like, I don't think they're bad films. Neither of them are like bad. They're just very okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because I am so sick of CGI in films that like when you have an entire film that's just like entirely just CGI for like 3 hours and 12 minutes, like I just get sick of it. I don't want to see it anymore.
I feel the same. I feel exactly the same.
I think with the first,
no?
it does look good, and I think that's the thing with the first Avatar. People weren't like the film industry wasn't quite as saturated with CGI back when the first one came out, so people were more amazed by it.
True.
But now it's not really anything special.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just kind of like just doing the same thing that you did like a decade ago, but now. And
did you hear about? Did you notice the frame rate changes? Because I heard some stuff about the frame rate is different in some scenes. I think this like in the dialogue scenes it's like 24 frames per second, and in the like action scenes it's 48 or something.
Before going into it, I did actually hear that as well, but I didn't notice it personally.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Because I feel like that's something that would really distract me if I noticed it.
It can be done stylistically as well.
Yeah, well, that it was done intentionally for that style, but I don't know. I think I would rather it be a consistent frame rate.
Yeah.
Don't really care about if you're gonna make it fast, just make it fast. If you're gonna make it, cinematic, like
So it saves a lot of rendering time.
yeah, I mean, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, either way, I just it's like the justification with the first film, with the plot just being not that interesting. And they're doing the same thing again, and the justification being, oh, but it's all about the visuals and stuff. But I just don't think that's, I don't think that's a good enough excuse. We should be able to have great visuals and a good story to go with it, because especially if you're going to have it be over 3 hours long, you need something to justify that runtime, not just great visuals. Because that's, I don't know. That's just me anyway. I'm sure a lot of people would get some kick out of it, but I don't know. For myself, I just want more narrative structure, but I haven't seen it, so I can't really comment, I suppose. But...
Yeah, I definitely I think I'd recommend it because, as I said before, they're not bad. It's not a bad film. It's just it is a bit too long.
Bit underwhelming.
Could have been compacted a little bit more.
Well, yeah, I was thinking about going and seeing it, but I've noticed that, at Showcase Cinemas they're doing I think it's the 5th of February. Pulp Fiction's going to be shown. I kind of want to
really?
go see it. Yeah.
I actually haven't seen Pulp Fiction.
Really? Oh, it's
I've been
good.
wanting to see it, and I've been avoiding. I've seen like a clip or two, but I've been trying to avoid everything for it. But I would really like to see it. So
yeah, that'd be good fun. I think I know some other people that want to go see it, so we could go do a little thing. What was it though? There was other movies as well. I was looking at it earlier. There's that Puss in Boots film coming out. Have you seen that?
I've seen it. Yeah.
I've heard that's really good.
Yeah, it's meant to be.
It was pretty good.
Awesome.
It was very well paced.
Oh, you've seen the new one?
Yeah, the new one, the Last Wish.
Oh, did you do a naughty? Did you? Because it's not out in the UK yet.
Was it not? Oh, I saw it like second day again. I think.
Right. They're doing a double bill. That's right, of Alien and Aliens in April at Showcase.
So I was talking about the sequel to Puss in Boots.
Yeah, the Last Wish.
I've seen the first Puss in Boots film, and that was like very average. But
yeah, it was
the second film from the trailers. It reminds me of Spider-Verse in the animation a little bit.
Yeah,
right.
I was gonna say the animation. You was like with the Avatar, it's got changing frame rates or whatever. It sort of does a similar thing, but it like changes the art style in the combat scenes.
Cool. I love that because
Action scenes.
I'm sick of animation not being animation and just being, cheap, like Illumination.
Yeah.
And, like all their movies are just cheap, bland, just boring animation. It's like you're not doing the media format justice. There's no point in doing it animated otherwise. It's just.
It is really cool.
It seems like DreamWorks is kind of doing a little bit of a renaissance at the moment because they did it recently with the Bad Guys. I think they did a similar thing where the art style changes. They'd have like lots of
Yeah, I was going to say
like,
it was refreshing to see in Bad Guys as well. Like the animation change stuff is really.
I haven't seen that.
That's DreamWorks as well. So I think they're trying to like change. I don't know if they're just trying to like copy Spider-Verse, but like that seems a
Well, I think if there's one thing that Spider-Verse can be credited for in that case is by starting the decision for companies to give a shit about their animation,
Yeah.
and actually make some good quality films with quality animation. Because it's been
They
so
just
stale
stick
for
with
so
what
long.
works, don't they? And then Spider-Verse pops off with it, and then they're like, oh, let's do that.
Yeah,
It's pretty
but it's been so stale for so long. Even Pixar has been just pumping out just like the same style of animation and uninspired stories. I'm just like yeah, whatever. I suppose. So yeah. Okay, well I'm done. I haven't got anything else really to say.
Well, speaking about great films, well-paced films, VelociPastor.
Yeah, Harry, you bring it in. Come on.
Bring it in. Okay, so VelociPastor. It's about a priest whose parents die in a horrific explosion. He witnessed himself coming home from work outside. This affected him greatly. He met with his mentor at the church, who advised him to go travelling because he was questioning his faith in God. Why him? Why him? So obviously he goes to China. He finds an ancient relic, gets cut by it. It turns him into a Velociraptor. He fights evil for God, for the greater good of God, basically. That's it.
That's it. Okay.
That's it.
Sorry, I'm eating Jaffa cakes. So.
Motherfucker. I mean, that's pretty much what happens.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot more happens. It's a pretty phenomenal film. I love it. A little bit biased.
You say a lot more happens.
A lot more happens. Come on.
Yeah, elaborate.
A lot more happens. What are you talking about? Where? We can't just skip to the insane action sequences later on in the film.
Okay, well, do you want to go through it then, or should we give our first thoughts?
Our
initial thoughts.
I think initial thoughts to start with.
Okay, well, we've had yours, Harry, haven't we? Because you're saying that you're.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so Dan, what do you think?
I really liked it.
Yeah, I fucking knew you would like it. I fucking Frankie Mermaid. How fucking yeah. Frankie fucking Mermaid. Go on, carry on. What do you like about it?
I just I love it's just very self-aware because it's like a low budget film, but it knows it, and it does. To be fair, even though it's low budget, it does a lot with its budget.
Yeah,
It really stretches it out as much as possible.
yeah,
And
also, yeah. Go on.
Did we watch the same film? Seriously.
Yes.
But it's funny, and it's just listen. You could have a film that's like really well made and it's like has a really high budget, but I might not enjoy it as much as I enjoyed VelociPastor.
Like Avatar 2. Avatar 2. Yeah.
Exactly. Avatar 2. What's the budget on that? Like,
And no one turns into a Velociraptor.
millions.
So
Exactly,
what's
they
the
don't.
fucking point?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh god. Okay. Well, my initial thoughts are, I didn't really enjoy it all that much, to be honest. I think,
What?
here's my reasoning to a certain degree. Basically, I think a lot of the jokes were pretty funny, but my only problem with it is that after about 20 minutes, I feel spent. I just feel spent. I feel
Really?
yeah. I just felt like it could have just been a 20-minute YouTube video.
No fucking way. The amount of story it tells. After 20 minutes. That's the
Story?
setup. Yes. There's
No.
twists and turns. There's adventure. There's the action. Oh my god. The character development of this man.
Well,
goes
it
from-
is a very good character arc, to be honest.
oh, well, I will
Like-
say I do have positives. I think the acting for what it is actually quite good, because there is, like Dan said, that self-awareness to it where
Yeah.
they're not, you can see in his performance. I don't know. It comes across. It's very balanced. I think of like a good performance and a very silly performance at the same time.
Yeah. I agree.
I think some of the jokes are genuinely quite very clever. There's one in particular, that China joke really made me laugh. Because do you know what I mean? Because he goes, he says, "You need to go where you think God will not follow, and if you find God there, you know He is within you." And then it just says China. That really made me laugh. What else? Oh yeah, when you find the girl gets shot with the arrow at the start when he gets the Velociraptor tooth,
Yeah.
and she's like lying there with the arrow coming out of her chest, and she's covered in blood, and he's like, "Are you hurt?"
Yeah. No, I like the guy who's like, your wartime buddy.
Yeah.
When he gets shot, he's just still smoking his cigarette on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that entire Vietnam flashback.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. I love
again, like, I think it's funny. I don't know. It didn't hit me. I didn't.
You in the feels.
No, I thought it was funny,
see.
but then like the more I sit with it, the more I'm just like, so fucking dumb. But then I know that it knows it's dumb. But then I think because it's dumb, I'm not that into it. You know,
Well, I thought you would love the cinematography, really, especially
the
in
editing's good.
the scenes where like he does it at where he's being sad with his mentor or whatnot, saying how he needs to go traveling. And he also does it when they have that bit of a romance scene.
That sex
green
scene
and
is
the
insane,
red lighting.
dude.
I know you like the green and red lighting.
That sex scene is insane. The editing is really good. I think there's some
Actually,
really creative editing.
That whole montage with that sex scene was like that's like a work of art in itself.
I think that was pretty good.
I thought.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's just like, I don't know, when it comes to, I don't know, I think it must be the humour sometimes. It's just lost on me.
Lost.
It is. It just feels too dumb.
Then I share your disappointment
Yeah, no,
with Jake, not with the film. With Jake.
yeah. Some people are just uncultured and just don't
Clearly,
appreciate art.
clearly. I thought the joke where it's like the VFX car exploding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
really
as well,
saved the budget.
the thing as well with that one is that's the first joke in the movie, and it really sets the tone for what you're in for. It doesn't fuck around, you're just like, oh, okay,
I think it's a good skill effect to pull that joke off on as well, because having a VFX of like a car exploding on fire, his family just died. That's a lot to get to look right. So
Yeah.
I had like a budget of like $36,000 or something like that.
really.
So yeah, compared to Avatar.
Yeah. You can tell.
Oh wow.
The it's like it's also things like the the laughing bit. Where they're
Yes.
just kind of laughing. Like I thought it was funny, and then I thought it wasn't.
Because it went on for quite a while.
Yeah, and the thing is like I don't want to sound like it's a hard line I'm walking on here, because I don't want to sound like I understand that it's self-aware and this is what it's going for, so I find it difficult, but I can't say that I really find it that entertaining, for me anyway.
Wow.
And by the
I watched
time
it twice now. So.
by the time that that Velociraptor costume at the end comes in, I'm just like, I don't know, head in hand. It's kind of like
you're
Jesus
like,
Christ.
oh please,
Kind
you can
of,
see
yeah.
you can see the actor's hand grabbing the arm in the raptor suit, like for like a few frames.
I mean, yeah, that. Oh God, what a error! That really took me out of the
Adds to
immersion.
it. It adds to it.
Yeah, it really took me out of the experience. I felt my immersion was just ruined.
Oh, my immersion was fucking bro. I really felt like I was gonna get killed by a raptor or something. Or the Chinese were gonna come after me.
But you wouldn't, because he's the VelociPastor.
Shall we go scene by scene?
Yeah, Harry
Hold
can
on.
do it. Harry
Wait.
can do it.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck it. Well, I can do it. God damn. Okay, so scene. As we go, starts off with he's giving a speech and his family dies.
Yep.
Yeah, that's tragic, and I hated
Poor
it.
lovely parents.
I loved it. His lovely parents. They were like such a nice couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were. They're good parents.
They're just
Well,
waving
they
at-
weren't, though, were they? Ooh, we'll find that out
Yeah,
later.
they're just waving. No, they were great parents to him.
Just not his.
Exactly.
Their only son.
So-
Their only son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, go on.
No, go on.
Oh, I was gonna. No, it's okay. I'll say it later because I'm jumping the gun about the scenes. So carry on.
Okay, so that moves on to him consoling his feelings with his mentor. Goes to the red again. The red and the blue, red and green.
Yeah,
the
that-
camera angle.
I like that editing with where he's on the right and the mentor's on the left.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, there's a joke where his mentor guy says, "Parents die. That's just what they do."
it's true. It's like, just drink more wine.
Yeah, yeah. He just pulls out like a full bottle. Great advice.
That's the kind of priest I want,
It's Christ's blood.
Okay, so what happens next?
Next, it's the intro title sequence. He's driving along. He goes to China.
He drives to China.
He literally drives. Yeah, well, he does. He drives to China.
Yeah.
All the way.
There's a scene where he gets a compass out and he's like, "China is
China
east."
is east.
Oh yeah.
the big yellow text, China.
So fucking dumb, dude.
Yeah, he finds the woman gets shot by an arrow, rolls down the hill. Are you hurt?
Yeah.
Where'd you get that relic from, you think?
A Velociraptor?
She got it
Well-
from the Velociraptor?
We find out later on that dinosaurs in this universe aren't real. They're actually just the dragon warriors' bones.
I
As
didn't.
in, like-
I wasn't paying attention. I don't think.
What?
That's what the main villain says, isn't he? He says, just archaeologists have still been finding the dragon warriors' bones ever since. So basically implying that dinosaurs were actually just like these Chinese dragon warriors.
I like the dialogue between that guy and the he's like what disciple or whatever. Like he's speaking like what Chinese or something, and then wait, it's not called Chinese, is it? What's the?
I mean I assume it's Mandarin, but I don't actually know
Mandarin,
which because there's a bunch of different languages in China. I'm not sure which one they're actually. Could be like Cantonese
One of
or
them.
something.
Yeah, one of them. One of the Eastern languages, and then he's speaking just English. And I just kind of that's how the dialogue goes. It's kind of funny. It doesn't explain how he like passes out in the woods in China, and then all of a sudden, oh, that was a flashback.
Yeah.
Like, how did he get?
He wakes up back in the church again.
Yeah, how the fuck did he go to China? He did because he still has the relic. Why didn't the Chinese take the relic and kill him? Oh my god, he turned into a raptor, didn't he, and killed him.
Actually, that would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I just had an epiphany. Okay, beautiful. That's actually resolved. I watched it twice.
So
Didn't even
subtle.
understand.
So subtle, clever.
Subtle, subtle, clever. The ingenuity with this film. They really, honestly, like it's inspiring. Let's go next. We can skip past the where he's talking about his mentor.
His mentor, and he's like, "I brought you some food," and he's like, "Oh yes, I'm very hungry."
Very hungry. Obviously not for food.
For blood.
Yeah.
Blood of the
Chinese blood.
I was gonna say innocent, but they're not innocent. He's doing
blood
it
of
for
the
good.
Chinese.
Yeah, he just fucking pushes a homeless man aside.
Yep.
When his
Kills
love
him.
interest is next in frame. The hooker.
What's
So
her name?
charitable.
I forgot what her name is. Does she have a name?
Yeah, I think she does. I just forgotten what it is.
Let me look
I mean,
it
I've
up.
forgotten.
Carol.
Is it?
Carol, yeah.
Carol. Oh yeah, it is.
Carol. He's getting backhanded by Frankie fucking Mermaid. Honestly, I think Frankie Mermaid. He's kind of. I don't know if he's my favorite character or not. He's up there.
I have some trivia about that guy. If you want to hear.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Go. Please.
Okay.
So the guy that when the director asked the actor, I think his name's Fernando. What's his name? Fernando Pacheco de Castro. His full name. The director asked him to do this like cat as pimp character, and the actor came up with the name for the pimp himself, and also bought a bunch of clothes for him, and basically came up with the entire character himself.
Well, that's what makes an
He was just
excellent
that-
actor.
Yeah, he was just that enthusiastic about the role, and also because most of the scenes in this film were just filmed out in public spaces because it's low budget. That they're actually on a street corner, and when he's screaming profanities at like those prostitutes that are across the road, apparently there was a bus full of school children just coming off the bus as he was screaming that, but he didn't realize.
Well, that makes it funny.
I was thinking that because it's obviously there's people walking by, and it's not like they're gonna block the street off and shit. There's people gonna just be walking by. I know. So it was shot, so it was angled towards the wall as well, so you can't really see the people walking by. Yeah, honestly, him making that character up and being so passionate about it kind of makes sense why I love the character so much. It feels like there is a lot of passion behind it. That's followed on by he goes on. He's in the woods, isn't he? This is when he roars, terrifying roar, turns into the VelociPastor the first time. Who's he kill? He kills someone. It kind of calls back. I don't know if that happens then. It calls back to that same scene. It literally plays the same scene again later on in the film. When he's like white t-shirt roaring in the fucking sky.
Well, one of the people that he kills at the start is a mugger.
Yeah, the
trying to
oh
rob
yeah, that is the same
Carol.
scene, isn't it?
Trying to rob Carol, and he kills him.
Yeah, your money or your life. I like that. It just comes out. Wait. Take me, dude. What? Yeah. Go on, Jake.
No, I'm just exasperating.
Exasperating what?
I just said, oh dear.
No, you didn't. You said yeah.
I said, oh dear.
Oh, I thought you said yeah. Okay.
Not this time.
She's very I'm picking up some sexual tension when she's like, "He'll kill you." Gun to the throat there. But suspect she's hardened hooker. She doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, she knows what's what. She's been on the streets too long. She gonna.
In this case, the woods. I guess the park, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. Yeah. He wakes up in her bed. I don't know how she takes him home. Because she doesn't know he blacked out. Where he just wakes up in his bed. And it didn't even, wait, what happens then?
Well, it's her house, isn't it?
Yeah, but how does he get?
Because my guess
I guess
is
she
that
brings her back.
yeah, is that he turns back into a human, probably like, collapses on the floor, and then she just drags him back to her house.
The
Drags
continuity
him
here,
all the way back.
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
look, we don't have to talk about that. Let's not worry about it. It just happens.
It happens off screen.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they're talking about different things. I don't know. Like
Oh, yeah.
She's on about how he's turned into a fucking VelociPastor.
It's like, last night was amazing.
Amazing. And he thinks they fucked.
Yeah, this is
There's
another
no
one of the
idea.
scenes where I'm just like a bit, just, ugh,
Well, yeah,
Wait,
was
what?
it your first time too?
terrible.
I could see. Look. These aren't why you watch the film. These scenes are not why you watch the film. Okay.
Like what am I watching it for then? Just that 10 minutes at the end where he turns into.
No, look. This is
It's
not filler. This is go on.
It's the entire thing. It's a big work of art.
It's a work of art. You need to get this backstory because it's character building.
Because it's really important. Yeah.
It is. They have a romance been later on in the film. You need to know how it happened.
Yeah.
This film
So
is
good.
only an hour long, and I started to fall asleep.
Wait,
Like
no
half an
way
hour
you
in.
fell asleep.
I nearly did.
You nearly did.
I had to put it back a bit. Yeah.
Wow, I'm glad that you didn't fall asleep there.
Well, I wanted to make an effort.
Fucking but good.
It was
Put
a
it
lot
bare
of
minimum.
effort.
Well, you get what? You get rewarded. Not even like 15 minutes in when he's walking in the woods in a fucking dress.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I like that actually. I did think that was funny.
You found it funny?
It's because
I find it- it's
when
quite
he says, "Have you got any? Have you got anything for me to wear?" Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, that was good. I'll give you that. But this is the thing.
Yes.
I think I'll just say, it's like I said at the beginning. I find the individual jokes funny. It's just like over 1 hour and 6 minutes, I'm just like I feel like exhausted. It's like
Okay.
a really long YouTube skit, which just could have been condensed. But I understand that that's not the purpose of it. I understand that it's going for being a film, a feature film.
Mm.
So I do get it. I'm just, for my own personal taste, it's this humor is, I could do with it in short bursts more than a whole 1 hour experience, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I would watch a TV series about this.
I know. I kind of was actually thinking that, but anyway, we'll carry on. shall
1
we?
hour episodes each.
No, Christ.
20 episode seasons.
No,
maybe
I'm
6
thinking more
seasons.
like I'm thinking more like the length of, say, like a Gravity Falls or Adventure Time episode sort of thing. 10, 15 minutes. 15 minutes.
Oh.
Okay, I can settle for that. Maybe at least put 60 episodes in a season then. Maybe.
60. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
Oh. There's a lot to pack, a lot to go. in.
You fucking love this film, don't you?
I'm playing it up a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah. Did you is this your film of last year? This your best film of last year?
Oh shit! What? I wouldn't say so.
No.
It was a highlight. It's a highlight. It was good. I did. Okay.
It was an
I watched it with some
experience.
people, and we all loved it. So
Okay.
that I guess that I did add to the experience.
Yeah, of course it
But my
was.
second watch was on my own, and it was still. I still enjoyed it. So
Okay. Let's carry on anyway. Where did we get
Anyway, he's in the woods in a dress. That's kind of not. It's whatever. He finds a body. He finds out that she's a hooker. He's being a pastor. He's mortified that he would share a bed with this woman. They'll make up later on, I'm sure. This next scene, he's late to a confession
to? Oh my
where
gosh.
he meets. He sits down, face to face, unbeknownst to him, with Frankie fucking Mermaid, the man who blew his parents up in a car bomb.
Yeah, and this is where he finds out that this is Frankie Mermaid did that, and this is this blows his world right open.
Yeah, I actually kind of like the scene. I like the it's got some nice editing.
Again, Frankie Mermaid's performance is pretty fucking energetic, and you can tell he has honed in on this character.
Yeah, yeah. Oh Jesus! Like when he goes, You killed them, these people, for malice, or whatever it was. He's like, oh, no, just fun.
Well, that's another thing I wanted to bring up. I find it funny how the the pastor and the mentor guy, whatever, they're both like saying "God damn" and "Jesus Christ" all the time, like throughout the whole film.
They have permission to. They've been
Why?
granted permission
They
by
got
God.
the G word pass.
They got the G-Pass from God himself. Yeah.
Oh God, okay. I
They
mean,
work
what?
there. It's part of the territory. It's like benefits of working there.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, wait, I would also like to say about Frankie Mermaid is the actor isn't he's not normally bald. He actually shaved the middle part of his head off just for this role.
Seriously, this guy was committed.
Yeah.
That's some long hair as well.
Fucking hell, dude. Right, can I just
Wait.
go for a quick wee? I know
Yes,
it's so
sure.
unprofessional.
Yeah,
I'm so
go on.
sorry.
Go and confess. Me and Dan will talk about how disappointed we are of you.
I can't believe Jake just.
I know. Dan, I knew you would appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you
I
for
knew you'd
showing me this.
appreciate it. Yeah. I don't even know how I heard of this. Like, I heard it from a few people, but I don't know how they heard of it either. I don't know. It's like a cult. It's got a cult following. This film,
Yeah,
has, I
it's
noticed.
Apparently, because when I was doing research on the trivia, it's like the people that made this. Well, the main guy that wrote the film and directed it, he made this originally for as like a trailer as part of like a school like film class,
Oh, okay.
and then people liked it so much that like he decided to later on make it into a full film.
Okay,
Oh,
hello.
this is-
Hello.
Wow, okay. Because I was gonna say, welcome back. I was gonna say how this film kind of it's like just like a high budget. It gives off a vibe of a high budget, like a student film.
Yeah, that was
that
kind of
what
what
it's
it is in a way.
Yeah, it's kind of it. Yeah, it is in a way. I mean, yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, there is a Kickstarter for a VelociPastor 2,
I know. I've seen it.
and
Yeah,
I believe it's funded. I don't know.
I've seen the trailer. I haven't watched it,
Yeah.
but I've seen it. It's on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there was a meet as well for VelociPastor. That went really well as well.
Wow.
Oh, I'm seeing the second one.
Obviously.
Yeah, will you? Yeah?
Yeah.
See, passion is reignited, yes.
Well, I wouldn't call it passion, but hey.
Okay, whatever. Look, it's whatever, dude, whatever. You
So,
can't read it.
so what happens to Frankie Mermaid in the confession booth, Harry?
Yeah, well, he's confessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he finds out that he's the guy who blew up his parents. He's twitching. I actually like when he's like sitting there like twitching and stuff. The light gets shone on his eyes as he flashes back. I don't know. I think it's cool editing. Right, regardless, he doesn't fully transform here. His hand does, and he's fucking punches through the mesh. Wait, no, yeah, he punches through the mesh, grabs him, tries to get some information out of him, and he's like, "You might as well just kill me now." Okay, just fucking kills him. And then he's just, over a dramatic death. It's kind of weird how he just sits there and he's like, the facial expression he's making is a bit weird, but
I'm kind of hoping
the
maybe
point?
in Velocipastor 2 they'll Frankie Mermaid will get like resurrected from the dead or something and be like. The
I
main
hope.
villain.
I
I
hope
fucking
so.
hope so. Oh my god, that'd be so good. Yeah, I don't know how he can just murder this guy and just get away with it in a confession booth. Breaks everything.
the
What do you do with the
Velocipaster.
body?
Easy thing.
Like continuity. They fucking eats him or something, I guess. The continuity. We don't worry about this. Okay. Goes back to Carol's house. What does he do here? Oh yeah, he's trying to convince her to like use the VelociPastor for good, right?
She's trying to convince him.
Rules. Oh,
to,
she's trying to convince him.
to use the being a Velociraptor to kill bad people.
Velocipastor.
Well, okay, sure.
Oh, he's kind of VelociPastor.
Dragon warrior.
Yeah, the Dragon Warrior.
Dragon Warrior.
Like in Kung Fu Panda.
With a good film.
Yeah, great.
Oh my god, this is what they do. Here's a montage
Yeah, them
of
like
him
dating.
working out. Yeah, and their relationship building.
Yeah. And then it
Yeah,
ends
it's
with
Starts
them
to catch
sitting.
feelings.
It ends with them sitting on a bench, and then
Wrapping his arm.
Doug
Embrace a little bit.
puts his arm around Carol, and then she moves close to him.
Oh my god, I tear right now, man. Seeing I we have a glimpse. Go on.
It's just a beautiful scene. I was very,
It's all beautiful scenes. Yeah. We get after this scene, we're shown the ninjas in the forest.
Oh, there's a really funny joke I like in this part.
Go on, you want that?
Okay, the main villain, his name's Wei Chan, I think. Right? Is that how you pronounce it?
Wei Chan, yeah, sure.
Yeah, and he's speaking in Mandarin or some Chinese language, and his second in command guy just responds to him just in English. I just found that really funny.
I said this, it's just fluently just talking to each other like nothing wrong. I like the scene where they're laughing for an extended period of time, and it cuts to him, the Chinese guy. He seems to genuinely find it funny.
Yeah.
Like, he's not laughing for the scene, he's just laughing at this other dude's ridiculous fucking laugh.
I didn't even notice that. I'll probably go back and watch that after.
What, you've probably you probably had your eyes in your head in your hands.
I was probably just asleep, honestly.
It's not even halfway through the film. Oh my god.
It felt like I'd been watching Avatar 2 for 6 hours.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Avoid my disappointment of you. Is it Pastor Z? He's reading a book about crime in his office.
Yeah, it's called Crime 2.
Crime 2. And his mentor comes in and he's like right in front of him, just scrambles the book to put in front of his Crime 2 book. Yes, I'm just silent
reading the Bible.
Reading his book. Yeah. I wouldn't notice myself. What's Pastor? Yeah, his mentor's worried about him. He's noticed he's got these girls around now, and all of a sudden he's late. He's getting a bit sloppy. He's ruining. He's misguided.
Yeah. And because he's
from the Lord.
He's a Catholic pastor, and Catholic pastors, the priests, aren't allowed to marry
or do anything fun.
I like fusilli, spaghetti, conchigli. The bow tie pasta. Pretty good.
That's a good joke, Jake. Thank you.
Yeah, I know. I don't really like Catholic pasta. Thanks, Dan.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, okay. Funny. That's good. That's a good one. Anyway, he's trying. Wait, does he try and he tries to convince his mentor that he's different, right? That he can turn into a Velociraptor.
Yeah.
VelociPastor.
Well, he doesn't say that directly, but
Not directly, but he's I'm different. I'm not like the other pastors. He has his flashback scene to his parents. Reminiscing. And he goes to see an exorcist.
Oh yeah,
mentor's friend.
His mentor's like, we're gonna need to take you to an exorcist.
And he's like, and also after he's just been saying to him like, we can use this evil for good. And then he's like, no, we can't do that. And then they go to the exorcist, and he's like, sometimes you need to use good. Yeah. You need to use evil for your good. Something.
Yeah, to fight good. He's like, but that's what I've been saying. Yeah.
It's different because he knows more, clearly. Might I add, this exorcist is very handsome. Like, goddamn.
So emo, dude.
I would.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then we have the Vietnam flashback, which is one of my favourite parts of this film.
Yes. That Vietnam flashback.
I think the funniest thing about this scene is, the priest guy. He looks so, he just doesn't look right with that helmet on. It's
the chin strap.
He's got a wig on as well to make him look younger.
It's the chin strap thing, man. That's really funny.
I think chin straps just make anyone look dumb, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know. And the glasses are still on. It's still the same.
Yeah. He's like pulling that face.
Feels like a great place. I love the scene where he's a wartime buddy. He's trying to get his. No, you'll have 9 kids. No, 13.
What's his name?
One will be named after me.
Oh, what the name of the guy?
Ali.
Ali. Isn't it Altair?
Altair?
Is it?
No,
maybe I'm
the guy who's the guy who gets shot. Spoilers.
Yeah, the Exorcist
Oh.
still there, right?
Oh, of course, yeah. Yeah.
And then
never
he's
mind, my bad.
Ali. Yeah. What? Your wartime buddy, Ali. And you'll
Yeah, that's
smile
it, that's
like
it.
this.
Yeah.
I love how he's just smoking his cigarette still just on the floor,
Yeah.
dead. And then his girlfriend, wife, lover, he's gonna have a kid with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
it's like,
God.
I'm gonna-
Comes
after
running
this war,
through
I'm
the
gonna-
forest in Vietnam.
He's like, why the fuck is she there?
Yeah,
Why is- why's
it's
the
like,
girl
why
in the
was she in
forest?
the jungle? Yeah, it's like maybe she was trying to start a family.
That was it. That was probably. I think that was probably my favorite line in the whole film. Honestly.
Really?
Yeah, that made me laugh. That did.
Yeah,
that
that
was
was-
one of the genuine laughs it got out of me.
I like how he's like, yeah, I don't think there's anything we can do for her.
Yeah.
Like he's like an arm, and just
Obliterated.
red
He
mist.
exploded.
That mine was like right in front of him as well. Like they just.
It's the way he was like that line, man. That maybe she wanted to start a family. Then he's just stood there dripping in blood.
Honestly, he gets the bad hand of this entire film. That dude, he gets fucked up. He gets his blood thrown over him with his girlfriend. His traumatic Vietnam experience, and then he gets his fucking eye pulled out by his friend, who they like.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he's like forced to turn into a.
Well, ain't
to
that a
transform
little
half
bit
in
further
form.
ahead?
It's not before. That's like next scene.
Is it? Oh yeah, because it's the exorcism. Do you want to carry on then?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I am carrying on. You're more of this handsome man exercising this guy. Is that what it's called? Exercising?
Yes.
Okay. Weird terminology. Yeah, he gets his eye pulled out. I don't really know why. Unlucky,
I don't know, 'cause
unfortunate,
he's annoyed, I
I
guess.
guess. Anyway, yeah, he survives. He's fine. I think ninjas sort of know about him now, though. And they were trying to kill him.
Yeah.
So there's 3 ninjas in the woods, discussing how they're going to kill him. And then there's one other ninja has a flashback as well.
Well, hang on.
I always
Hang on, doesn't he say that? What's
Before
that
that,
line he says?
before that, in the when they're doing the exorcism, they do it, and he starts turning into a Velociraptor, and they have to stop it. I don't know if you didn't mention that before.
they have to stop it. No,
They-
I mentioned
yeah.
he pulled his eye out, but
And then he was like,
they stopped the exorcism.
Stop the exorcism because he's turning into a Velociraptor, and then he
And
runs
he
out.
runs away, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And he's
Oh, my
and now
bad.
he's out in the
Sorry.
woods. Sorry, my cat is currently chewing on my laptop charger. Can you not?
Ooh, that's not good.
He's a little bastard. He is.
There's a cat for you. Little bastards.
He'll learn the hard way.
Yeah, just run some more volts down that line. You'll learn the hard way.
All right. Okay.
Nothing lethal, just funny shock.
Yeah, hilarious. Yeah, very funny. So what happens?
Yeah, I'm telling you, they're trying to they're recapping on the plan. And this one Asian dude is like completely silent. What's his name? He's having a flashback to his family, like how I knew this is how I was gonna die.
Sorry, I'm being very distracted right now by this.
Oh, again?
cat. I'm gonna kick him out. All right. Be right
Okay.
back. Okay. Hello. Sorry.
I like.
I feel really bad now. Go on.
Yeah, he's saying I feel really bad now. What do you mean?
Because I kicked my cat out, and he's like, I haven't seen him for a while.
Well, he's ruining this. Why should you get him on the record? Get him to meow.
Yeah.
He was just meowing at me quite angrily. I think I might have hurt him a little bit, but I don't.
There you go. You put him in the thumbnail now.
Special guest.
Boom. 10 more views.
Chester.
Special guest, my cat. Well, he was trying to chew my headphones cable, so I'm like,
Ooh, ooh, boy. Yeah, our rabbit's been getting in my room lately, and I've been paranoid about them chewing my cables.
what dick.
Yeah. Dicks. Yeah, this is when they reuse the scene with him in white tank top screaming. Which I find funny. How they just literally reuse that. Yeah, he kills them all. And then it swiftly cuts to, the romance scene again.
Oh yeah, because he's
we
been
call
missing.
yeah. Yeah.
Carol's been like, where are you? It's like, where have you been? Sorry, she says. And then
He was attacked.
he explains that he's been going to an exorcist, and then he was attacked.
He was attacked. Well, he kind of attacked them. I'm not gonna lie. I know he was attacked because they tried to assassinate him, but still, he's fucking killed them all.
And then there's a montage. Well, there's like a sex scene montage, but it's not just a sex scene montage. It's got music in the musical number, and it's like a montage of like almost every scene in the film that's happened so far, and I really liked the way they did it.
It's actually really creative and artistic.
Yeah.
You can't deny that. It's
like,
genuinely...
It's just beautiful, like just watching all the music.
It's very well made. It's probably one of the most like well put together scenes in the film. There's a lot of good lighting choices and editing.
Yeah, because like
it's genuinely good.
That scene alone could be like a music video.
Yeah,
in my opinion. So
not the best song, but
I really like the song.
I don't actually think the song's terrible. So it's kind of funny because as well in that montage bit where it just flashes all the scenes of the movie, you still get that bit that just says China.
Yeah,
it's an important part of the film.
Yeah, it's crucial storytelling. And you see him in a dress and
yeah. Oh yes. There's a panel with feet on it. Of course, Tarantino will be proud.
Oh god,
that's probably why it's so good. Tarantino did it himself.
Is this Tarantino? Is this that last film he was talking about making?
VelociPastor, yeah.
Yeah,
the last film was VelociPastor 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his last film.
It was received so well, he decided to come back and make another one. But anyway, we get this. The next scene, they're lying in bed together in the morning, and they're all cozy and snuggling up, and it's really nice. And then suddenly ninjas, and they've broken in. They've waited until the sun's come up to break in.
Let's have a rest.
But they were out there like planning it, and then what? Did they just go back?
Well, it was the first lot were killed, so oh fuck, we need a better plan for this, guys. We followed him home, went back, right, and then they prepared the ambush. Regardless, they got fucked up. I like this bit where she's like, they finished like punching them all, and she's like, and then she gets into position.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah. Also, the whole another thing, a little it's hard to point out inconsistencies in a film like this because the film is an inconsistency. But like, how do they know like kung fu so well? Like, he's a pastor, and also it's like you could say, oh, because of his powers, but it's like he's not even a Velociraptor in this scene. And where did she learn that?
Well, she's a hooker. She's on the streets, and there was a whole montage of him working out. So
I mean,
not necessarily.
I think it's just funny. I think it's just a joke.
Exactly. Well, this is my point of saying, there's no point in pointing out things like that because this film is beyond criticism.
Yeah,
exactly.
It is it is beyond criticism. He's too fucking good.
So we see what did they find on him? They found the rosary.
Cross.
Yeah.
Cross necklace. Remember your faith, Father Jones.
Oh yeah, because they've kidnapped Father Stewart, his mentor.
Yes.
I don't even remember their names, man.
Well, I've just got the cast up in front of me on a screen, so I've just got all their names.
I'm also cheating. I mean, I remember everything perfectly. I don't know how they kidnap him though. He seems to be treated well though. The tea is just hot water.
Yeah, it's just clear.
Maybe some sort of clear water. Clear water?
I think
clear tea.
It looks like they knocked him out and then they kidnapped him. From the looks of it, because he says like, "Oh, you've been out for a few days. You must be thirsty," or something like that.
Well, okay, his eye was ripped out.
So like, yeah, so he must have. I think he was unconscious for a while, and that's how they kidnapped him.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Yeah. When I was ripped out, I wouldn't want to be fucking waking up for a while. Yeah, they try and convince him to get into the drug trade, I believe, selling cocaine or something. No, they let him know one of his plans.
Oh yeah, because they want everyone to be addicted to this super addictive cocaine, and then they want to stop giving it to people, and then when they have withdrawal effects, everyone will turn to God, and then they'll have massive conversion to Christianity. Is their massive? That's like their master plan.
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty good plan.
Ugh.
This is a necessary. This isn't. What do we? This is like a necessary evil, though.
Yeah.
So one of them, the Father Jones man, he's turning into a VelociPastor, fucking killing all these people. They just want to get people hooked on drugs, which is a necessary evil to convert more to Christianity. So.
And then Father Stewart's like, I've believed in this. I've believed in Christianity all my life, but you can't force people to convert against their will. It's not human. Is what Father Stewart says.
Mm.
Which just shows you that he is the the best guy. He's king.
Yeah.
He's a great
Well,
guy.
they're not necessarily converting to Christianity against their will. They're just significantly narrowing down people's options.
Strongly encouraged.
Yes, they're strongly influencing people to turn to Christianity because their life is going nowhere. I don't know. You can argue who the bad guy is in this film. It's another reason why this film is so great. Who is the bad guy? Who's the good guy? Are the good guys? Are the bad guys?
The bad guy is the director.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
had a good
guys,
decision
I'm
directing this
sorry.
film though. Yeah, they stabbed him with an arrow. I guess another bad hand. I don't know. I guess they told him his plan. He wouldn't agree. Just fucking got rid of him. It's kind of unfortunate. Again, I said it earlier. He really gets dealt a bad hand in this film. God damn, he gets fucked up. What I don't understand with this film is the map just kind of sets on fire. And they have a map
Yeah,
for
it
some
does.
reason.
Yeah, that's kind of unexplained.
What's the map for?
Well, the map
Whoa.
there, it's just showing like how they're gonna supply drugs, right? That was the original thing for it.
It was
Oh,
God.
right.
It was God. It was divine intervention.
Oh.
Oh my god, it was, Jake. You're right.
This film has so many layers.
Oh my god, it was, because then it fades to him holding the cross necklace. Holy shit.
And it's
Okay.
because in the end, right, even though the guy's wife explodes in his face, his best friend gets shot, he gets his eye plucked out by a velociraptor, and, all this other gets kidnapped and, whatever, even when he's tried to be persuaded to this side, he still keeps his faith.
Yeah.
And that's what gets
Truly
him killed.
immortal.
And that's exactly. He is.
He was the second coming of Jesus Christ.
I didn't. Yep.
Anyway, after he's holding this necklace, he pulls out a leather jacket out of nowhere.
Yeah, he does.
He's a bad boy now.
He's
He's his
cool.
character development. He was a goody two shoes priest. Now
This is
he's
his
a bad
arc.
boy.
Yeah.
Going out with a fucking hooker.
Yeah.
They're sharing. They're kind of like a dynamic duo now. Just going out killing bad guys is right.
Yeah.
You know,
But the
after that
thing
ninja
is,
scene.
as well, she's had an arc too because she was just a hooker, but then she's been liberated, and you could argue that she's been liberated by Christ, by the power of Christ, and and now she's fighting alongside the VelociPastor to, for the sake of God, and there's so much dynamic.
Yes.
Just these characters so deep, and then we find out something, don't we? We find something out now, a very massive twist, which absolutely blew my
Yes.
mind across the war. I was so
Blown away.
ecstatic. Yeah.
Yeah, it cuts to the scene of them in the woods. They're both now the Carol and Jones.
Doug Jones is the main
Doug
character.
Jones.
Yeah.
They're in the woods with face to face with the ninjas.
Yeah.
And who else is he face to face with?
Yeah. And he's like,
The sort of
you don't remember me?
the ginger guy, the guy who was laughing.
Fucking brother. And it cuts back to the flashbacks, and he's in the flashbacks.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
entire
he was there
time.
the whole
When
time.
his dad's like, you're my only son, and he's just
He's just going at that fucking boot.
With a glass of orange juice in the corner in the kitchen. And then he's in the boot, yeah, and he just sits up.
It's good.
I understand his motivation though. That's a well developed motivation,
Yeah, motivation against. They're fighting for the same cause though, in different ways. They're both fighting for God.
Yeah. Oh my
Christianity.
god, yeah, this dichotomy.
It's not even a different religion. It's the
literally
same
just
religion.
It's a battle of faith. That's all it is.
Whose faith is stronger? And clearly, Doug Jones' faith is stronger because after this, this scene, you see they're punching each other, whatnot. One of them, he drops the sword, and then he fucking he just what's it called Star Wars when they he force pulls the sword. To his hand.
Because they're the same bloodline, or something like that.
I don't.
Oh, really?
I think it says because he pulls the sword and it's like, oh yeah, we're the same bloodline. So I'm assuming that is implying that only people of their bloodline can wield that sword. It's like Mjolnir with Thor or something.
Oh, okay. And then he fucking stabs him with it.
Yeah.
Very over the top screams, blood everywhere.
He says, "Your ancestors are my ancestors,"
Yeah, that's what he says. Yeah.
and then stabs him, and he just gets absolutely soaked in blood, screaming.
It's a lot of screaming in this scene.
And a lot of blood.
It's one of the
All of blood,
greatest
yeah.
final acts I've ever witnessed. I think.
Seriously?
No,
Wait.
I
Oh.
was trying to believe.
I mean,
you
to be honest, I was gonna believe you.
I've just joined in on the satire, man. It's not
What do you mean?
It's not even worth criticizing at this point.
What do you mean
It's just-
satire?
This is okay. I love that bit. Sorry, it's because I'm literally watching it again. This final scene right now, and there's that bit where she starts stamping on that guy, and there are the ninjas just there, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just walk backwards. The final boss comes out with his sword, fucking shanks her.
Yeah, and then and then Doug is crying over her that because she's dead, and then you see the other ninjas who are just standing there watching him. They start
They're
crying
mourning.
as well.
Yeah.
And the guy that just killed her is also crying.
He's like, oh shit, what have I done?
I really like that.
Have you guys ever seen a film called Kung Pao?
I've heard of it.
Yes.
This is Kung Pao is like a higher budget version of this, basically without the Velociraptor angle, and it's set in the East. Except the sort of twist with that is that the concept of it is that they've taken these shots from an existing martial arts film and they've green screened this guy in it and just made their own story and dubbed all the characters and stuff, and it's very funny. It's very, very stupid.
Yeah, it's very...
Very stupid, but it's quite funny. So I recommend, if you like this, I would recommend Kung Pao.
Oh, I've seen it as well. Kung Pao. It was a good watch.
Yeah, it's good fun. It's very saft.
It's saft, unlike this film, which is very serious.
Very deep.
Drama.
Yeah.
Very deep. He's full of vengeance. His girlfriend he thinks his girlfriend is dead.
Yeah, and she
He's
says,
full of vengeance,
says he's
blood
got a
over
good
his
heart.
face.
And yeah, he's ready. He's ready. Harry, do you want to...
Oh yes, this is the fucking. He transforms into the full VelociPastor. You see it. It's not CG. It's full practical effects. You clearly see all the budget went to this. It is phenomenal. It's when you see the hand out of the fucking the suit when he pulls his arm.
So what do you guys think of
The suit?
Yeah, I can see that. What do you think, guys? What do you guys think of this practical effect? Yeah.
Okay, it's a bit. It's pretty fucking good. It's kind of
really
like
realistic.
a T-Rex. It's like a small T-Rex.
Yeah, basically. Crazy hunchback.
Yeah.
That's just where his head is, though, isn't it? I think.
Yeah. I wonder if they just. Do you reckon there's any custom made like parts of it at all, or it's just store bought?
I think that I would assume it's custom made. Honestly, that's probably where the entire budget went.
Wow. Debatable. The astounding special effects in the Vietnam flashback.
Oh yeah, to be fair, that's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty fucking good.
Crazy.
I wanted to say before he turns into a Velociraptor in the scene, VelociPastor. Yeah, my bad. He says, all the ninjas are standing there. And he gets up after mourning over Carol. He says, I believe in a higher power, but praying right now won't save. And there's a really long pause where like the ninja's just staring at him, and like the big one just like looks at his watch.
Oh yeah.
And it's just, he just keeps it going back and forth. And he goes, "Your lives!" And then he turns into a Velociraptor. I just like that.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good build-up though. Really gets you going. But it was all cut to an end though, with his special arrow. What was it now on the arrow?
The VHS arrow. No.
Yeah. I was gonna say that editing is a bit.
That was cool. That was really. I like that a lot.
The VHS arrow. Which again, it adds more layers to this film. Is this film real or is it just a film?
I can answer that if you want.
Well, I think because of the VHS editing, that it might actually be real.
Okay, bro. Okay.
Please have your take.
My take.
Yes. Okay, very epic. Okay, so the he gets shot. He's kind of just standing still. It's kind of funny. He's like, he's getting a sick pleasure out of playing with his leg.
Yeah, because he shot him in the leg with an arrow.
Yeah. But you find out though that it doesn't stop him fully because his hands are immune. And then he gets his fucking head ripped off in this dramatic finale.
He's got enormous eyebrows put on it.
Yeah. I know. Like he's screaming, holding the fucking head up, and you're thinking like, "Wow, that's an obvious mannequin, whatever." And he just stops screaming, spins it round, and continues screaming. Really shows off the budget.
Well, don't forget that when he's holding the head over him with blood all over his face, it says, "Only through the elimination of violence will we finally be able to achieve world peace."
Yeah.
Which honestly, that's a pretty, it's pretty obvious statement. Let's face it.
It's Gandhi.
It is through.
Apparently.
But it is through the elimination of violence that we will achieve peace. It's like, no shit.
And then, as this film demonstrates, sometimes you got to use violence to get rid of violence.
And as shown by Civ 5, Gandhi also uses violence.
Exactly. Can't achieve world peace without nuking everyone.
Exactly. Because if you nuke the people who are causing the drama, then it's peaceful.
Exactly. Yeah. Can't have a war if everyone's dead.
No, you can't. I like how in this scene, after the screaming, he's like, "Oh, Carol." And limps over
Yeah.
He gets a bit lost in the sauce. I also like in the next scene when he's there in the hospital, and that dude comes along with a big fucking mirror on his forehead.
Yeah.
And he sits down and it just goes over his eyes. I don't know if that's like planned or it just kind of happens and they just roll with it.
And he starts smoking in a hospital.
He picks up the fucking ashtray, isn't he? Don't know why there's an ashtray there in the first place.
Yeah.
Starts smoking.
It's like, we did it.
Yeah. And it turns out she's fine, as it says in massive text on the screen. And
she's fine.
This ending, it feels, when I was watching it, it honestly felt like the ending of like Return of the King. It was so. It just
impactful to your life.
No, just going on too fucking long.
No.
It's not even that long. It's just I was just I think checked out completely.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a nice length. Honestly, I know you think it goes on for too long, but
the whole film is at least. It's hard to say because the scenes in it. You wouldn't want to remove any of the scenes particularly because they all have comedic value. It's just in this one big chunk. That's where I had the problem. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, I hate to bring it back to this, but Climax had a big chunk of stuff that I fucking hated as well.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
However, I enjoyed this a lot more.
Yeah, well, this is shorter as well, and also the content of it isn't really drawn out like Climax is. So I'll give it's got a different purpose.
It's a different purpose. Yeah. Well, that's it. They end with kind of a cliffhanger. Really, the church isn't going to stop at the ninjas. They're going to carry on.
Crazy. Yeah. So. Are we
now he's a fugitive from the law as well. Now he has to run 'Cause he's wanted man.
Yeah, because he's murdered a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do we think, guys?
Are we giving it a rating?
I mean,
yes.
yeah, we might as well. We're done with the film, so.
This honestly, rating this it's genuinely hard for me
Yeah, it's very difficult for me.
because I enjoy this film. I recognize its flaws, but I do really enjoy the film. I don't know whether I'd give this. It would feel weird giving it a high rating because of the nature of the film, but I just enjoyed it.
Do you want me to go first?
Please.
Nick, what?
Okay, well, what I gave it on my letterboxd is... Oh, it's so brutal. I gave it a 1.5.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I gave it a 1.5 star out of 5. Because... I don't know. I just... checked out. Found the jokes funny. I don't think it's for me.
Yeah, that's understandable. It's understandable. It hurts, but yeah, it's understandable.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, see, that I don't really like that either.
Oh.
And it's for similar sort of reasons where that kind of humour is lost on me. But have you seen Life of Brian?
Yeah.
See, I do really like that because the humour in that feels like a lot more intentionally intelligent.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I do like Life of Brian more than Holy Grail personally as well. But I like both of them.
Yeah.
So.
Same.
I'm not really a massive fan of Holy Grail, to be honest. I think there's funny bits that I like the Black Knight, that's great, and the French guy at the wall, that is very iconic. But it's like stuff like the rabbit fight scene and whatever. I'm just like, I don't find it funny, and it's that kind of thing. So, yeah, 1.5 star.
Damn, your soul is black.
Yeah.
Your heart tart over. Oh my god. Okay, Okay. Now, I know you shouldn't compare, and I know I did this last time, but I gave The Grinch, and initially I gave it a 3.5, and I lowered it to a 3, and I fucking enjoyed this film so much more than the fucking Grinch. And it feels bizarre giving this film like a 4,
Well,
but
you have to keep in mind, like, we're rating films based on what they are themselves and not how they relate to other films. So,
exactly.
What did the film set out to achieve, and did it do it? And did you enjoy it?
It blew my expectations out of the water, honestly, because I thought this was gonna be a shitty fucking I knew it was gonna be like a bad film, but I was like, oh, hopefully it's bad funny. But it was kind of like bad funny, but it wasn't really bad. It was just kind of good and enjoyable.
Yeah.
So I'd give it maybe a 4, honestly, just for pure enjoyment. Like a 3.54.
Okay.
Honestly.
4 out of 5. Okay.
It's going to be a low 4. Maybe 3.5. We'll see.
Okay.
Going down.
Dan?
I am also struggling between a 3.5 and a 4. And I want to give it a 4,
Yeah.
but I feel like I can't just because
That's what I found.
it's like...
It's like, if you compare it to like other films,
Yeah.
like
It makes me
I
want to
have
give it
Klaus
lower.
a 4. Or Klaus. I gave Klaus a 4. You know, that's got like nice animation, you know, it's got a nice story, it's got a whole thing going for it, and I gave it a 4 out of 5. But I just read it for like enjoyment. Like, did I enjoy the film? I don't really care about the budget and whatnot. Did I just enjoy it?
Yeah.
Because some films that are like heavily critically acclaimed have a huge budget, I just don't fucking enjoy. I don't care about them. So I rate it lower.
I'm going to give it a 3.5. That feels the most correct, but I feel bad giving it a 3.5.
It can't feel bad.
I feel bad giving it 3.5.
Just because a 4 just seems too high.
It's, yeah.
That's my only my only reasoning for that is.
We need to split it to 2 ratings. We need to like the enjoyment of the film, and then like a another. Wait, what would the other one be?
You'd have to have
What
like
would
a
you
like
rate
a,
it?
Cinematic quality.
a bunch of different ratings,
Quality. Yeah, true.
and then we just
Because
rate.
enjoyment, this would be I give it a 4.5.
Oh yeah, enjoyment. I give it like 4.5 or a 5. Personally.
I wouldn't give it a 5
Yeah.
because there were some bits where I was like, okay, could be done a bit quicker. You know, doesn't have to extend this bit long, but
You guys are thinking so deep into this movie.
fuck you.
You're not thinking deep enough.
Honestly, like I got no words. Honestly, I've said my piece.
Yeah.
I'm done.
So what?
Fuck you.
3.5, 4 was it? So 4 for you, Harry, and 3.5 for
I
you.
said
Joe?
I'd give it a solid 3.5.
Yeah,
solid.
I think.
3.5.
Yeah,
between you.
I think that's a strong 3.5 for me as well.
Yep.
Strong. Oh,
strong 3.5. Unlike some people.
yeah. So we've come to the end of the podcast, then, haven't we?
Yes.
I cry.
Unfortunately.
But that was Harry's recommendation, which means it loops back around.
Oh
It's
shit!
time for
I
Dan's
haven't thought of
recommendation.
one. Fuck.
Oh fuck me! My God! Oh my God!
No, I've. Fuck! I'm very sorry. I completely forgot that it was my turn next.
Okay. I'm sure you have some in mind, though, no?
Well, you know, we can edit this.
Yeah,
anyway,
give me
so if you wanna sum it
give
up,
me give me a few minutes, and then we'll edit out the long pause that it's going to take for me to think of something.
Okay. Anything you're thinking of? Anything comes to mind?
I've actually put together a playlist thing on Letterboxd of films I'm going to recommend when the time comes. I know what my recommendation is for the next one already.
Or, do you want to spoil it, or
No.
is it? Did you enjoy the film? Or have you seen it?
I'm not giving anything away.
Okay, have you seen it?
Yes. This is
Okay.
okay. So this is what I'll give away. I'm gonna do each time. I'm gonna. So last time I did one I hadn't seen. So this one I'll do one I
okay.
have seen, and then I'll go back to one I haven't, and then one I have, and then one I haven't, and then one I have. If you've got any questions you want to ask, please, someone ask a damn question.
Please, we need it, please. Please ask.
I could ask you a question. How about I ask you guys a question?
Yeah, okay.
Hang on. Let me just.
Oh, God.
Let me just look up. I'll just just for an interesting segment. It's interesting questions to ask. Yeah, there you go.
What?
If
I've
you
got a
could
question for
be-
you guys.
if
Hold on,
you
let me
could-
just look up questions to ask you guys.
Yeah, well, I didn't have a question. Now I've got a question. So, if you could be in any animal, what would you be and why?
Oh fuck!
A frog.
A frog.
No, I would be a frog. It's the first thing that came to mind. I don't know why. I don't know why I thought of a fucking frog. Fuck, there's so many.
A big
I like the
cat.
concept of a bird because you could fly around and shit.
Yeah, I was thinking
That is cool. Yeah.
It's like a bird of prey sort of thing.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. Got
Yeah.
good eyes, Just sit on. You could be like a pigeon and just kind of
Shit on
fat,
stuff.
eating random shit and just people watch all day.
Yeah. You could
Just
shit
sit
on stuff
someone's
all the
car.
time.
Yeah. Shit on someone's car and laugh with your buddies, with your bird buddies.
I would want to
How about
be
you?
a very specific example. Is I would like to be a rhesus macaque, specifically one in India, and I'd steal food from people's market stalls.
Is that a monkey?
Yeah, a monkey.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen those. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd just be a nuisance. I'd steal things from people. That'd be funny.
You can do that anyway.
Yeah, but if I steal things, I go to prison. But
Depends what you steal.
if a monkey steals things, they're just like, little
It's
rascal.
funny, and you can make a viral video. Yeah. You'll be in a video.
Okay, I've actually got another question.
You didn't say anything.
What? I
You didn't
did.
answer. Oh, wait, what was it?
I said I'd be a cat.
Why?
Or-
Basic.
Yeah, I know. But then when you said about being a bird, I was like, oh yeah, to be fair, I would probably like to be a bird of prey. I think if I had to choose one though, it would be something like, I guess, like American eagle, just because the scenery over there is pretty great.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was thinking like
You're a fucking bird. You can just go.
like
Like bald eagle, bald eagle.
like a Canadian goose or something would be really cool for the scenery.
Oh yeah, that'd be really cool. To be fair, maybe it's true.
Yeah, it's like in some big Canadian lake. It's like, that'd be nice.
Yeah. Or I'd be a fucking like whale and just splash about all day.
It'd be so boring to be like a sea creature, though. I feel like,
Only if you are boring yourself.
but it's scary in the fucking ocean. And then
Not-
I know if you're a whale, it's something different, and you're
If
pretty
you're,
woke.
if you're a whale,
pretty
if you're a
woke.
whale, the ocean is not going to be that scary.
I guess.
Anyway,
Yeah, unless
It'd be like
you get
talking all
fucking
day.
harpooned.
True,
Yeah, that's
true. The
true.
Chinese.
unless you're in Japan.
Yeah, or Japan.
Anyway, I wanted to ask, if you you don't have to think that deep. You know, I know how these things are; they change all the time. But as of right now, what's your favorite movie? It's topical,
Favourite movie?
you know.
Oh,
Don't
shit.
say VelociPastor.
I'm not gonna say Ghostbuster. However,
I don't know.
I haven't seen that many films. Honestly, Evil Dead 2 is actually pretty high. I really enjoyed that film.
Yeah, that's my favorite movie. So
It's pretty high up there. Fuck, I don't. God damn. But these I know you said don't think too hard about it, but like I enjoy them for different reasons. Like
that's why I love Evil Dead 2 though, because it's got like elements of everything.
it does. I don't want to say.
It's like an action horror comedy.
I mean, the Puss in Boot. I saw that recently. It was a good film, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite.
My favorite film is I don't know because I
That's such a crap answer.
that is pretty crap.
I
don't have an answer
I
yet,
have a
but
bunch of films where I'm like, yeah, those are my favorite films. But to say I have one favorite film is like really hard.
When I asked it, I said,
Right now,
don't think about it too deep.
Oh, yeah.
I know that I know that it changes all the time. It's not always the same. If you had to pick one right now, what would it be? And then you were like, oh, I don't know. 2 minutes. Fucking.
okay. I'll think of one. Fuck.
Dan's favorite film is Avatar 2. What are you gonna recommend?
It's not Avatar 2. It's probably. I don't want to say it because it's boring, but my favorite film is probably Inglorious Bastards still.
Really?
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, I would like to recommend. Have either of you seen the original Dark Crystal film?
No.
No, and I would like to see
Okay,
it.
that's my recommendation instead because I've already seen that before, but I would like to see you guys watch it.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
What year is that then? Just to be sure.
It's like 1980 something.
1982.
Is it? If you just oh yeah, it is, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's my recommendation.
Dark Crystal. Okay.
Okay. Beautiful.
So.
I'm more excited than that than Pinocchio. To be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so actually, guys, we're not going to watch Pinocchio next for the next episode. If you want to be in on the conversation for the next episode, go ahead and watch The Dark Crystal, 1982, directed by. Do we know?
It's Jim Henson, isn't it?
Me.
Jim
I
Henson.
don't know if
Oh,
I don't know if he
There we go.
directs it, but it's Jim Henson's the company.
It's produced by Jim Henson. So
I don't know who. Don't know directors Jim Henson and Frank Oz. There's two
Yeah, there you
directors.
go. Okay, wicked. Right then, Dark Crystal next time. Thank you everybody for listening. Yeah, thank you everybody for listening. And we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Pastor out.